Greetings. This is Steve Harry Harris and the HarrisFilm Crew. Tonight we have Matt Arnold, Roy Ivy, Mark Ferguson, and Bruce Turner. What's going on, guys? Are you live?
I'm live.
How you doing?
All right. Good to see you.
We're live.
Yeah. So we're about to go live on the premiere. Any questions about Dr. Todd's decision? Okay, most of us have seen it. Bruce, have you seen it yet? Bruce? Have you seen it?
He's muted.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I have. I'm just muting it for my background.
All right. Well, let's see how the timer is going. Should be shortly. This particular production is special for a lot of reasons, but mainly because our friend Martin Bennett, who passed away, sent me the audio for this production about a month before he passed. And we were discussing a lot of different projects in the future that we were going to have him play Dr. Todd, which is a recurring role that was in Stormfront. I think that was a USS Republic or a USS Melbourne film. Constar, it's over on Constar No Budget Productions channel, if you want to catch that out. We may have time to watch that in a little while after the movie and after our discussion. And there's another film called Friends, I think. What was it? Family. I'm sorry, Family. That led up to this event. So the story that Martin came up with is like a sequel to both of those films.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like this intro.
This is the best part. This is called the sci-fi intro on YouTube.
Whoever created it did an excellent job.
Yes.
Oh,
Reminds me of Transformers.
Yeah, well, that
We
is
hope to be joined by some other guests a little later. And here we go.
The next Design the core from Columbia's text to battle lore.
Secure channel open. Access granted. Routine encrypted communications established. Go ahead.
Huh. Dr. Todd. wonder
I know
what
that guy.
Doctor's up to.
This is Task Force 78.
Phase 2.
Their mission to explore, patrol, and protect Federation interests along Orion's belt and the Klingon neutral zone.
I'm a rat.
Stardate. Does it even matter when you're on planet side? I'm here at my ranch on the Salisbury colony, working on the environmental controls, which have been acting up recently. I've been just tending around the facility and taking care of all the animals and cows and different things to do on a farm. It's been tough recently. A few months ago, I got the message from Starfleet Command that the USS Melbourne with my daughter Allie had been lost at space. No further details, nothing. Not even a piece of the hull to mourn over. Just totally vanished without a trace. That's been devastating to deal with. So I took some time, came back home, resigned my commission, or at least temporarily put it on hold to mourn with my wife. Well, short while after that, because of my deep depression of losing my daughter and losing all trace of her, my wife decided to leave me. It's been extremely tough, but I've been able to work through it for the most part. The hard work on the ranch has been soothing to a degree, but I have found, we'll say, comfort in a liquid variety. I know that is not healthy for me, but it helps me get through. I've been feeling like I need to get back out, back into space, and practice medicine once again, but I've been scared to do so. See, planetside is relatively safe. No major anomalies, no weird things going on that can make your ship disappear. Planetside, you're just going about your day. But the frontier calls me. and I've been struggling with trying to get back out into space and do what I was called to do. But recently I got a message from an old friend on Space Station K2 offering me a chance to get back out into space and practice medicine. Now, it's not on a spaceship. It's not on any ship from Starfleet or nothing. This is actually a space station. So there will not be the dangers of actually traveling. It'll be more like, being planetside and practicing medicine to all the visitors and crew on the station. And I think this is what I need. I think I'm going to take him up on the offer. Still need to message him back. But I think I'm ready for this. I think I'm ready to get back out and practice medicine. And I'm not going to be on a planet, where it's just simple strains, sprains, fractures, common cold, stuff like that. It'll actually be where I can make a difference again. And maybe the family line will continue even though Allie is gone, even though my wife has left me. Maybe I can come back from this and make a difference. Computer, end entry.
Computer, begin recording.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry about Ellie and your wife leaving. I can only imagine what you're going through. K2 is probably what you need right now. A lot of chaos, a lot of work. People will understand. Things will eventually get better. I'm always here if you want to talk. If you want to lift, just let me know. If not, I'll have the weekend off. Maybe you can show me around our old stomping grounds. Treats on me. See you soon. See you soon, buddy.
Transmission complete.
All righty. As you may have noticed, there was an homage there at the end to No Budget Productions, who helped us a lot with all of our productions that we do. I periodically talk to Vance Major and bounce ideas off of him. And of course, he wrote 4 stories specifically for us to do. One was specifically a crossover called Directory Possibilities. Sorry, I got fireworks going off over here. Directory of Possibilities. It had Frank Parker Jr., Vance Major, uh, Jeff Barnes as Captain Roth, myself, and a couple other people in it. And it basically wrapped up the story from Captain Roth's final message to that point where uh, the Commodore was on trial. So may not have been a satisfactory ending to the trial, but at least you got to know the story. And we're currently working with Bruce Turner here as Harry Mudd. Hi, Bruce. On a film called In Deep Mud, which is a sequel to Captain Roth's Final Message. So if you were to watch shows in order after they're all done, it would be Captain Roth, In Deep Mud, Directory of Possibilities, and the film we just released, Where Do You Go? And then on through the series that we're finishing up. So that's that. Now, this particular film that we just watched was predominantly drafted by Martin Bennett. And once he had given us the ideas and we started doing some collaborating, he passed away, unfortunately, very unexpectedly. But the guys in the room here basically got together. We finished the story. I got Mark Ferguson involved as Dr. Jones on the Miranda. Well, since Dr. Todd is actually in 2275, we had to shift gears about 7 years into the future and go into phase 2. So that's why Mark Ferguson as Dr. Jones is actually on another ship in this particular film. That's like 7 years later. So he's on the H.L. Hunley. Any questions so far? All right. Well, looks like everybody's having fun with their own New Year's party, so there's nobody in the room taking questions or asking questions. But, we're happy that you watch this whenever you get a chance. This particular film was about 1 year in the making because we actually started talking to, I talked to Martin quite a bit, almost every day, for about a year and a half. And before that, we were sporadically talking to each other. But we had a really good conversation in like November and early December last year about this particular project. And also, we were talking about doing some reviews on films, specifically the Constar films that either I or he were in. And this is part of that conversation.
Yeah.
And that way, it's your show, but then I could edit it to be on both of our YouTube channels.
Right. Yeah. You could filming it one way, but editing it for both ways, basically.
Right. So it would be a Constar Reviews special. And I would add something like this opening that I do for all of Vance's stuff that I'm doing. See how his banner goes first?
Right.
And at the end, his banner goes last. But it says No Budget Productions, Philip Ferret Productions, and then in cooperation with HarrisFilm Productions.
Right.
And I may change the music if you don't like that music there.
Command star. Hailing frequencies are open.
Okay, so then I normally on mine I'll be on the screen and I'll say this is HarrisFilm Reviews. Tonight we're going to do blah blah blah, and then we introduce everybody. So in this case, it would be you would say, "I'm Martin Bennett. This is a Constar Reviews special. Tonight we have a special guest, Steve Harry Harris. We're going to review the Defiant Project, and talk
Right.
a little bit about the Defiant Project. And see, that's where I would put the podcast. And then when you talk about the Defiant Project, then we'll pop this up, and you can show the watch list. You know, the list that is supposed to be in order. So the very first film is Valhalla Stone. Got that? So after you show that, then we can actually switch to. So let's watch it. Let's watch Valhalla Stone. And so we watch Valhalla Stone, and then you can say something about it and ask me what I thought of the film, or did I do okay, or something to that effect, and that'll open the whole conversation so that we can review the film. You can review you can even review yourself if you want, but what I would try to do is probably review the entire film, including you, maybe starting with you first, if that's okay. Just play it by ear. Does that make any sense?
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I figured
It's been
that
a little
if we,
while before we get to it.
yeah, because the whole film's 17 minutes if we actually watch the whole thing.
So you get the idea. That's how we do reviews anyway, is for our HarrisFilm reviews. We get together, we have a watch party, kind of like what we just did there. We're watching the new film, and then we discuss what we thought of the film. Usually, though, it's somebody else's film. So in this particular case, we're kind of in a weird position. So what did you think, Bruce? You weren't really closely involved in this particular project, but you saw how much time it took and all the details that went into making this particular production, especially without the main character being available to answer questions. So you're muted.
Sorry, my mouse keeps going out. I really liked it. I had it's kind of impactful, you know, with true life of what people have to deal with, what everybody deals with every day. You know, this is doesn't matter if it's out in space or in, you know, right here on Earth. There's everyday life, and you know, maybe you have some peaceful time, but if you have that desire to go out and do something, you should do it when you get a chance. You don't wait. And so, in that respect, I like it.
Okay. Could you think of any improvements we could have made? Now, I'm my own worst critic. I've noticed like at least 2 errors, maybe 3, in this particular best edit that we've done. But that's because I'm an editor anyway, and you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. Any suggestions to improve the story or the production value or anything?
I might.
Okay, Harry Mudd
Show
should have
him
been in
leaving.
the film. Yeah, Harry Mudd should have been in the film. I know that. I'm
No,
talking about everything other
no,
stuff.
I might show him leaving, like, you know, getting ready to go,
Okay, yeah,
or
that's a
in
good
the
idea.
middle of going. Maybe the ship he's going to be on when he goes, or something to the effect of showing, okay, I want to do this. Maybe I'll, you know, I got a message. Let's do something. There's stuff going on, but now, you know, I'm going.
Right.
You know, I'm going to my new adventure, wherever that may be.
And that would have been what we would have opened the next story with, probably. But Mark, you were involved in this pretty heavily. Would you think maybe we should have done after credits with your characters showing up and calling him, say, "Hey, we're here"? You know, would that have helped the story? Or what do you think?
Well, since the way it ended, it's either the way it ended or do that. It's like, hey, we just arrived, looking forward to seeing you. I'll be there in a little bit, or just leave it the way it is. To where he said that at the very end, one thing that I thought that was really interesting at the very end is two things. Where he says, "Maybe I can make a difference." His words didn't match his mouth at that point.
Yeah.
But right after that, where I say, "See you soon, buddy," really kind of low.
Mm-hmm.
Vince shows his face, and it looks like he's actually saying that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was intended, but that was kind of cool.
Good.
That was an interesting nod.
Yeah, it's very tough doing this kind of an edit in the first place.
But take a look at that ending again, and I thought it's almost like he said that, and either way, it was a good thing.
Right. It was like you were both saying it at the same time. Like he mouthed it and you were saying it, you know.
I thought the rendering was much improved because there's a couple points where I'm looking to the left or the right and talking, and that got cut out, and that looked really good. The one thing about the intro about there's that space dock, and then the ship does a roll and it takes off.
Yeah. I love that shot. Yeah, like, Ken did that. There's no upside down in space, you know.
I know. I just thought that was kind of cool. Rather than you just see it pulling out, it goes, did a loop-de-loop and took off. It kind of catches your eye.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. That's Columbia after the refit.
Yeah. I was in a film previous to this with Martin called A Question of Balance, where I played a different doctor.
Right.
And that was...
but he was Dr. Todd, I think.
Yeah. But that was interesting. I like the way that you did the re-edit. Some things that didn't work before were a lot more seamless. The rendering was better. And that thing in the end, even if it was a bobble, it bobbled well.
Thanks. All right. Well, hello, Vance. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Are your ears burning? We were talking about you. So, what do you say, Roy? Any comments?
I think it was pretty good. Yeah, I think it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. We're always going to think about it. What we could have done, what we should have done. We're always busy and we were working hard to get Martin involved, and we had some good ideas.
Absolutely.
To use Martin, and Martin had brought ideas with him. So,
and he was on board, man. He was hitting the deck running. He was ready to go.
I wish I would have acted with him more. Don't really think I've ever had a scene with him. That's funny how you can do that. I went with him to. I made a trip to the set, and we did like 5 films.
Was that the Starbase Studios in Oklahoma at the time?
It wasn't. Well, it was. It was the other one in Arkansas.
Okay. Warp 66.
Warp 66.
There you go, Wolf and Reynolds. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for everything you do too.
Yeah, we had we did like 5 films there, or whatever else. We were involved in that, and hung out with him a little bit there, or whatever else, but I didn't get a chance to act with him. But it was, and I did do script guy for one show, whatever else is sort of interesting. I forget if he was in it involved. A lot of times he was just in different places. But, it was all fun. I know he was committed. Boy, he loved Star Trek. He loved those knockoff things.
He sought out bootleg things like weird Transformers and stuff that you just can't find anywhere.
Yeah, so I wish we would have had a more chance to work together and with things, but and I have a better appreciation of his work. Whatever else that the show he did with the Republic,
right?
And, you have some bits of that at the end of the film. Whatever else, he did a really good job with that. He was the star of the show.
He didn't act like a star.
I don't know if you had a chance to put it in there, but he stepped onto the bridge and it was like, whoa. The star of the show just stepped onto the bridge.
Right.
He kind of reminds you of a big old Wookiee, and I think he had connected to the universe somehow.
Yeah, he was a spiritual person.
Exactly how to describe it. That's something mystical, primal.
Yes.
With his connection. So hopefully you can keep him alive, and live up to the memory.
So how do you feel about the fact that he's okay? I know in reality he's not with us, but in our universe he's serving as your chief medical officer on board Deep Space Station K2 in 2275. So I mean, that's a little awkward because we've only got a few things that he's recorded, like yes sir and no sir, and that kind of stuff. It's a little busy down here, So we've talked to Christina Moore, who was also one of Martin's buddies, and she may actually come on board and be your assistant CMO. And when you call and he says, "It's too busy to talk," she calls you back. What do you think of that? She's keeping you from interfering with his surgeries and stuff.
I think it should be fun, whatever else, and I like the idea that he's alive somewhere in the universe. If he eventually moves off the star base, that's okay. I think,
yeah.
Martin should have a happy ending.
I agree.
I think he, as far as we're concerned, he's just out there doing good.
Right.
Just like Scotty is still alive in the next generation. The way I see it. He hasn't been written off. He's still going. There's still stories to be told there. If anyone has a notion to tell them. But I kind of like the open-ended idea of it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, guys. Daniel Vance, thanks for being here. So Vance, Sean, Daniel, anybody have any questions or comments about what we just talked about? What's that, Roy?
I'm gonna go, guys. I have to go.
I'm good. I'm just waving.
Oh, okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, Bruce. Thanks for being here,
care.
buddy. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So, we had a good time doing it. And I mean, in spite of the situation, I think Mark had a really good time doing, developing his character. Maybe I should show that AI thing we did where you're calling fabrication and asking for enema bags, huh? But it's one of those things where it's a team effort. You can't just go with. I mean, if Martin was doing the film by himself, what you would have seen was him basically out at the farm. We talked about him actually going on the farm, filming the things that we showed on the screen. We used a lot of stock shots from a group called Mixkit, Mixkit, very high quality, free uh, stock shots. And I mean, we're not making any money off of this, so they're not going to charge us. And it's a win-win. And I think that added quite a bit, but it really folded into what Martin had described that he wanted to do. So that's the way we went. What did you think, Matt?
For the very little content that we had of him, I think everything went very well. It just it's I just wish he would have stayed with us a lot longer. I know a
Yes.
lot of the guys out there knew him, and I know it hit people pretty hard when he passed away. But this is just something that we're doing for remembering of him, and I don't like a conclusion
Yeah.
to story what happened after that point when he left that ship and started went to K2 and
Right.
his life after that point.
Right.
So it's just it's like a peaceful ending of what happened. But he was a great guy. I've actually talked to him a couple times, and he definitely be missed. And it's just kind of hard to put in words when you lose people that you know.
Absolutely.
For all of us, to be honest with you, just recently I lost a good friend here recently, a ham radio friend of mine.
Sorry.
And when you do lose somebody, it just you just have that feeling. It's hard to get over with, but this is a great memory for him and all the good things he has done, and just appreciate everybody that's involved in the film and it helped do it.
Can you guys hear Steve?
Can't hear you, Steve. Your audio just went.
Your still audio still down.
Testing.
Somebody can write them in notes.
Is that better?
There you go.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
we got you.
I had some kind of a glitch. They're firing off fireworks, and I don't know if they messed with my power or what. Had a glitch. So anyway, this was a passion project for me because I had worked so closely with him for over a year, and one of those things. Yeah, subspace relays need to be fixed. But I was working with him for so long on trying to get his character redefined. I mean, it was already defined. Don't get me wrong, but to work in our background, with the Task Force 78, we had a particular storyline in mind in the first place, right? But the problem with that is, guess what? We're in 2267, 2268, and he's in 2275. And we were going to move into phase 2 in this coming year. Okay. So we were preparing for this year. but because for several reasons. One, I had to get this done. Um, so we've introduced phase 2 for Martin, and that's where his story lies right now with us. So he's probably going to be on K2, in the background. And when Admiral Vandenboss calls him up, his assistant's going to call the Admiral back and say, "Hey, you got to let him work, man. He's busy." So I think that's pretty cool. So he did appreciate. He was a regular guy, and it was a very special thing for him to be able to get on those sets and be in costume. So.
And the one thing about it, he do everything he could to make it happen any way he can do it.
No kidding.
No matter how bad he was feeling.
Yeah.
He
and
was
the
just
communications problems. We I don't know what was going on with his phone, but we tried to StreamYard. I want to say March, April, May, June, July. It was like every week we tried to StreamYard together and or Facebook message video together. And every time we started getting something accomplished, his phone would stop working, the internet would die, or something would happen, and we would just have to type to each other for a while. But about the time his internet started working again, the way that it was, like you saw in the clip that I showed you there, where we were actually discussing doing some Constar reviews together, which we did one. And I love that one. I love that he got to see it too before he passed away. But that was the type of project we were working on together on like a monthly basis that we were going to do. And the other film that we just saw was a long-term thing. And, I had a really tough time because I used to speak with him every day, and then all of a sudden it was silence. So, here I am editing film with his voice, and in one way it's like he never left, and in another way it's kind of haunting that I can hear him. I can hear him just. But he can't respond.
Man, the one that knew him, it brings tears to their eyes because lost a good friend, and that's what really hurts the most. And just that brings closure.
Well, do you feel like we have time to watch Stormfront, either part 1 or 2 or both? And then the really short film called Family, which were the prequels to what we just did.
Yeah.
Special shout out to Vance, of course, Vance Major at No Budget Productions, who was heavily involved in both of those films, or I should say all three, because there's a part 1 and a part 2. And of course, Ray Tezzi on the one film. And they both appreciated Martin and what we're trying to do and gave permission for us to use that footage in the film. So, all right. Without further ado, here is Starship Melbourne's Stormfront, Part 1. When we get to the credits, I'm going to roll to Part 2.
Captain, the shields are down to 46%.
Keep those shields up.
Captain, the Courageous is behind us.
Fire our torpedoes.
Direct hit on their port and cell. They have a warp core breach in progress.
him. Bearing 104.8. Full impulse.
104.8, Mike.
Sir, there's a ship dropping out of warp in front of us. It's the Valiant.
Evasive maneuvers. Fedor, get us underneath them.
Affirmative, Captain.
Allie, aim at section 31, level 9.
Weapons are locked.
Fire.
Boom. That never gets old.
Great hit.
Report.
There's no sign of the Nimitz.
There she is.
Take out their shields.
Their shields are down to 50%.
Captain, we are being held by the Admiral.
Stand down, Captain.
Admiral?
Lots of action.
Yeah. And
Very
notice the
strong.
ships, okay? You've got a mix of COS and the motion picture era. That's why it's like around 2274.
Very different soundtrack.
See the improvement?
Badass picture there.
I love that.
Stand down, Captain.
Admiral?
Admiral, what's going on?
Captain Bishop, I have a mission for you. We lost contact with the Carson and I want you to go check it out.
We'll get right on it, Admiral.
Admiral, send us instead.
You're still in shakedown.
Yes, but this is the most advanced ship in the fleet.
You know what the Melbourne means to Starfleet?
And you just saw what we did to our targets. Send us. We can handle anything that comes our way.
Okay, the mission is yours.
Thank you. What happened?
We don't know. Roughly 12 hours ago, we lost contact. They were supposed to rendezvous with the Dominion.
Send us their last known coordinates, and we'll get right on it.
Sending now. Good luck and Godspeed.
Good. This shakedown is just a waste of my time.
You steal my mission and now you're ducking out on our fight.
Lucky for you.
I bet you wouldn't be so cocky if Kirk was here.
Really? If he was here, I'd put that broken down hull of an Enterprise right beside your broken down ship.
Captain, we are receiving information on the Carson.
That's just typical.
Thank you, Tom. Well, my friend, it's time for us to get going for some search and rescue.
You owe me a drink when you get back.
Really? And how you figure that?
You stole my mission.
Well, you know what they say. Out with the old and in with the new.
Be careful, my friend.
Thank you.
It's Michael Sylvester, right?
Fedor, have you received the coordinates yet?
Aye, Captain.
Warp 7, engage.
Engaging.
Captain's personal log. I know my ship may be new and pull out of the trials early, but she is handling beautifully. Even better than what Starfleet had predicted. I know. Whatever lays before us, my ship, my crew, will be able to handle anything. Cooper.
Sir, we will be arriving in the Carson in 5 minutes.
Through the hallway.
All right, I'm on my way.
To the captain's quarters. Very in Bennett side.
Slow to impulse.
Aye, sir. Slowing to impulse.
On screen.
Captain, she's in bad shape.
How bad?
Major structural damage. Power's out on most decks. Sir, I'm not picking up any life signs.
Standard boarding party. Meet me in transporter room 3. Tate, you got the bridge.
Aye, sir. Let's go.
guy playing Tate is Ron Seipel. He was going to be our Commodore before he got too sick to be the, to play with us. I love that. See what I mean about the technology?
Slightly better, yeah.
It's a phase 2 type situation.
This is like seeing red. The billboard is something else.
Yeah.
Captain, he's alive.
I'm Captain Nathan Cooper of the USS Melbourne. Captain, what happened?
Get it back.
Doctor.
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Watson, I need you to go down to the cargo bay, make a visual inspection.
Aye, sir.
Durrell, check the cargo manifest, see if anything is missing.
Yes, sir.
Notice the camera work. They do a lot of really cool things.
Captain, scans reveal there's nothing missing from the cargo bays.
That's shocking.
That's had it. The computer just crashed.
Well, can you fix it?
The hardware's burned out. It'll take a Starbase to fix.
Cooper here.
Captain, please come to the cargo bay. There's something you need to see.
On my way. The rest of you, try to find out what you can. Are you sure there was something here?
Yes, sir. It was definitely beamed off the ship.
Klingons. Why had it be Klingons?
Why did it have to be Klingons?
Cooper here.
Well, at least it wasn't snakes.
Picking up an ion trail.
Explain.
Well, it looks Romulan, but it's been severely modified.
All right, copy. A dead Klingon, a possible Romulan trail, and a missing crate.
Yeah. We were sent out here to find answers. But the only thing we end up doing is just getting more questions. Transporter room, Cooper here. Prepare to beam us back over. Report.
Sir, the plasma trail is fading fast.
Com, get me the Admiral.
Aye, sir.
Captain Cooper, isn't it?
Yes. I was looking for Admiral Parker.
She was transferred to another sector this afternoon. How can I help you, Captain?
Well, sir, Admiral Parker has sent us out to find out what happened to the Carson. Unfortunately, at the time we reached her, the entire crew was dead.
I see. That is unfortunate. I'm sending out a ship to bring her back to space dock. You can return and resume your trial.
There was a crate missing from the cargo bay, and the contents was not listed at all.
Sounds top secret. I don't even have it listed. Captain, that cargo may be dangerous. I don't know what was in it, but I know that I do not want the people who stole it to have it.
Understand, sir.
I got that. Yeah.
We will find them and the crate. Fedor, set a course to
Course
follow.
light in, ready to go to work.
Warp 8, engage.
I love Fedor.
Engaging.
We need an Andorian or two for each ship. Okay. So, you can see that that's part one, and it was about 10 or 12 minutes long, right? Any questions or comments so far? Yes. You're muted.
Yeah, what about the? I never knew that Starfleet had ships that had aft torpedoes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is phase two. This is improvements. Remember?
This is a top of line ship.
It's a top of the line experimental ship.
So, how does the Dominion fit into this? Because I never. I mean, was that just picked up for a potential phase two idea, or?
What do you mean?
What do you mean Dominion?
Dominion wasn't discovered until Deep Space Nine.
Well, I thought they talked about the Dominion in here.
That was a ship.
Oh, a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. USS Dominion.
Dreadnought Dominion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, Gary Davis's ship.
Good old
The other
Gary.
fan film series that Gary does.
Okay.
Dreadnought,
Oh,
you know, it's got 3 engines like the Crytek.
I like those 3 engines.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a preference for people viewing it, but I always like to see subtitles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you run into different accents or the way someone's talking, you miss something, and
yeah,
I really like to see subtitles.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's looking pretty interesting. Now, who were they shooting at the beginning?
That was a hologram.
Right. It was training.
Conflict.
That was a training program?
Yeah, it was a training mission.
Okay.
I'm not sure Vance is here. If Vance is here, he can explain whether it was actually other ships playing the part, or if it was a simulation completely. I don't know.
I like how they sliced that saucer section right off there. That was some.
Yeah, I mean that never gets old. Like I said, I love it. You know, I don't know if that was Joy Vinoy or who did that, but wow.
I like the phaser noises too. Is very crisp.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
it
their
really
sound
made you pay
effects.
attention.
The sound is perfect on these films.
Yeah, and the intense dun 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 music. I like that too.
Right, and it's like I said, it's completely balanced, and the music does not drown out any of the dialogue. The music is appropriate for everything that's going on. Sound effects are, exactly what you would expect. Sometimes better than you expect. So, I mean, overall, it's number one. It's a superior fan film. Okay, and I'm not buttering up anybody. I'm talking straight here. And part of that, of course, is in fact due to the you have nice sets. I mean, these are hand built, made to order to look almost identical to the original sets that fans put together with their love and loving care to create or recreate what we're all used to seeing.
Is that one of those studios you're talking about, or was it put together?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Oklahoma, but it's not in Oklahoma.
Now it's in Arkansas. Part of it's here and part of it's there, but
Yeah.
But did you notice Roy? Did you even know that was Roy?
Yeah, I saw the glasses.
So was that the first film you were in, Roy?
Yes. Yeah. The first
as Van den Bosch.
I was brought in. Yeah.
Do you have some kind of a
story? Was originally casted in this part, but they lost their captain. He knew all the lines, so they moved him over to captain. They brought me in as Admiral Van den Bosch.
Right.
To pick up that role. So yeah.
And I love those weapons. I'm the weapons guy on our ship, but I love those weapons on the bulkhead behind you.
Yeah. Vance is really good for bringing in small details, that have a meaning later on. So there's a reason for that. So that was a lot of fun. I just wish we would have been able to finish the story out. It's sort of been finished out in the Constar Chronicles, so he picked up some of it.
Yeah.
But the primary role, kind of got messed up. Yeah. But you can only do what you can do. People are only available for so long, and
absolutely,
and it's hard to keep a crew together.
Yeah.
Whatever else. Sometimes it gets too hard.
It's really hard to get a whole group of people together on a set in the first place, and then if they don't know their lines, wow.
Especially when you're 4 or 5 states from each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
makes
you
it
show up
hard
early.
to do the scheduling and all that stuff. With this film here, they did an excellent job with that.
It's worth the effort, but yes, there's a lot of work to it.
Right. Vance did a great job and getting everything prepared, and everybody was there did an excellent job on their part.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to Scott Johnson earlier today, and I was hoping that he was going to pop up in our little chat here, but I know he was involved with the set over there in Oklahoma.
I'm not sure about what happened. Didn't something happen to Sylvester?
Yes.
Yeah.
He and I were going to meet up at Birmingham at a convention. There was an anime convention. I'm like, who's going to be there? And he told me, and I'm like, I don't know any of these characters. And COVID was going on, and I was like, I have an autoimmune illness. I better not go. He's like, okay, well, maybe next time. And he went, and he caught COVID, and that was it. Yeah. And that
was sad.
That's another one gone too early.
No, I tell you, he played that part good.
Oh, he was, yeah. There's not one bad actor, Matt. There's not one bad actor in this film. I mean, you may not like a character, okay? You might not like a character, but that just means that particular actor was doing his job right.
See, one thing about the captain in this one, he's a little the way he portrays as character, he's a little cocky,
yeah,
a little arrogant,
right,
and also a little too much pride in something that's going to backfire on him.
Spoiler alert.
Well, that would have really hit home if it would have been able to been shown in its entirety. If there were 2 films that had been made, that would have helped. But you're right to see that Michael did the role the way it was written.
Absolutely, he did.
To tell you the truth, I would have had trouble doing that.
Now,
it's just
he played that character.
It's just not me. But I was glad that he was able to take on that role. But it's a traumatic role. There's if you see the second one,
right,
he goes to some even more rougher crap, whatever else. And if you would have saw the 3rd and 4th film, you would have got the whole story. I haven't even seen those. I know that no Vance has them, but they.
I'm not sure those were finished.
Now let's go ahead and see that second film.
Yeah. Did you have any more comments, Mark?
Nope.
Okay. So here we go. Melbourne Stormfront Part 2.
We're going to see Dr. Todd's daughter.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, she was already on the bridge on the last one.
Yeah. Different group, though.
I saw the readings on the plasma trails. You did a great job catching them.
Thank you, sir.
I mean that. Really. I don't think I would have caught them myself. Not bad for your first day on the job.
Thank you, sir. Hi, Jennifer.
What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You are too young and too inexperienced. All you're gonna do out here is get yourself and others killed.
That was a little unprofessional.
What was that all about?
Stupid little girl should have stayed home with my brother.
That's right, she's your niece.
She's gonna get herself killed out here.
You know, having family on board is not a bad problem to have.
Very funny, very.
Love that transition. There's Alex.
Wilma, come sit by me. Rough first day? Well, okay. I thought that working with my aunt would be fun, but she obviously doesn't want me here. It's gonna be okay, alright? You're gonna work so hard and you're gonna prove to everyone, including her, that you belong here with us. Think so? I know so.
Ensign Todd, you are receiving a message.
Thank you. I'll take it down here.
Hey Ellie, I hope you get this. We heard about your busing to a new class's ship. We're all so excited and proud of you. Too bad you couldn't stop by before you left. Got my orders too. Medical discharge. Do me a favor. Have a great career for the both of us.
She seems sweet. Who is she? She's my cousin. We're really close. We try and take care of each other. Unfortunately, she's recently gotten sick, and the doctors can't identify it yet. I'm sorry. Thanks. Hey, have you ever tried Andorian ice cream? No. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not kidding you, no. Oh, well, we're gonna have to fix that. Okay?
Captain Slaw, this is supplemental. It's been several hours we've been trying to find the ship that attacked the Carson. Lieutenant Durrell says the plasma trail is getting stronger and stronger, so that means we are getting closer. But I just wish I knew how...
Captain, you are receiving a hail from the Republic.
I'll take it down here. Jonathan, how's it going?
It's good to see you too, my old friend. Heard you got pulled out of the ship trials a little early.
Yeah, they want us to come out here and try to find out what happened to the Carson.
Yeah, I heard about that. Was it as bad as the reports are?
Just as bad. Just as bad as Colonel Green.
Man, is it that bad?
My chief engineer even had trouble over there. And she's very tough.
How's Allie holding up?
Well, you'll actually be proud of her. She's seen her during the mock battles. The way her fingers fly across that console, it was almost like she was playing a piano.
Well, you know I'm not asking for special treatment, but take care of her for me.
Gotcha. Listen, Jonathan, I gotta go, okay?
Understood. Take care.
Thank you.
Report. Sir, the plasma trail leads to that ship.
Open a channel. This is Captain Nathan T. Cooper of the USS Melbourne. I order you to stand down. Com? Allie, put our torpedo across their bow but make sure you make it very close.
Yes, Captain.
We are nearing their exit point.
Take us out of work.
Shields up.
I think we got their attention.
Fedor, get us underneath them. And light them up.
There's no damage.
What?
The reading's saying there's no damage to the D7.
On screen.
Not even a scratch on their paint.
Take us back in. Armed torpedoes.
Armed.
Fire! Report.
No effect.
What the?
Incoming.
It's a massive energy blast.
Evasive maneuver!
That hurt.
Sick bay. We need an emergency medical team to the bridge now.
We're swamped down here, Captain. We can't send a team right now.
Terrell,
What'd I tell you?
we'll get you some help, all right?
We're swamped right now. We're too busy. I can't even see it come.
Captain. Captain.
You heard the
What?
line, right?
On screen.
I don't know who you are, and I don't much care. But take heed. Do not follow them or run if you value your life and your crew.
Why did you attack the Carson?
Honestly, Captain, I don't think you're in any position to be asking questions, do you?
Maybe so. But the question still stands. Why did you attack the Carson?
No, Captain. You've seen what I can do. It's just a taste. Do you really want to test my patience any further?
Just a few hours before the life coach.
Help Darrell to sick bay.
Now they're on your backside.
You got the bridge. Cooper.
It's failed, Captain. Could you come down to sick bay?
Yeah. Be down there in a moment.
Captain over here. It's been calling for you. By the time you got him down here, there was nothing more we could do.
So many broken bodies screaming for help.
Commander, are you okay?
Cooper. We're friends, right?
Yes. Of course we are.
As your friend, you've been a real jackass since you were given command of this ship. I mean that with all respect. But it's true. Ever since you were given the schematics for this ship, you've been walking around like God's gift to Starfleet. Well, look around. Look around. This is where your arrogance has brought us. If we're going to survive this mission, we need the old Cooper back.
You see lots of names you know there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Kent Edwards, these are the lots of good things. Yeah.
It has started.
Kind of abrupt. So, did you catch all the notes that Vance gave us?
It went up really quick. You have to be a speed reader, but yeah.
Yeah. So having the captain make all the mistakes that gets his crew members messed up was the point of the first batch of Melbourne films. Kind of makes the simulated battle with the Valiant humble him a bit. You know, he had to grow. This would have been such a great miniseries. It would have lasted 6 total episodes, and at the end, when they won, after all the battles and struggles, etc., they would have ended up with the Romulan ship.
Oh. Okay, that's a little tidbit I hadn't got.
Being destroyed.
Oh, okay.
In a nebula.
All right, that makes more sense.
Yeah, and the Melbourne relaxing for a moment. But then the sensors are going off as the nebula moves. They try to gather themselves. They see it's on a course for Earth. What is? The last thing you see is V'ger destroying the Melbourne.
Okay,
So,
yeah, he's mentioned V'ger before.
So I said, maybe you could dust it off and have Task Force 78 Phase 2 accomplish the mission. But don't kill Captain Stahl. And hey, the Hunley's a new ship, man. Don't destroy it. We just dusted it off.
No, he wouldn't kill you. He would just make you. He would just put you through pain. You know, he would torture you first.
Well, look who crawled out of San Francisco. Hello.
Put you through a little bit of misery.
Yeah, it's my kid from San Francisco.
Oh.
She plays the CMO on the Crytek and the Columbia. But we've only filmed parts, for Xenocean Encounter. So all the stuff that I have that we've been using, are from Xenocean Encounter. So I'm swimming in the rain. Yeah, no kidding. So it's raining real hard in San Francisco. Did CMO? Did you see the first film, the one that we premiered tonight? Vance says the whole point of the Melbourne was that they had to go through all that struggle and they still died. It's a tragedy. Okay, I withdraw our nomination for the mission. Yeah.
You meant to connect with the crew.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. So Crytek CMO enjoyed the film with Martin in it that we did. So yeah, go ahead, Mark. Tell us what you said there.
I said that Allie, she kind of has a little bit of a Tilly from a disco vibe about her.
Which is funny because that would mean that Disco actually watched one of Vance's films and used the character.
Isn't that interesting?
It definitely came out before Tilly.
Yeah, this is way before Disco.
But she kind of has that vibe about her.
Okay, and there's another film.
Lucky.
Yeah, there's another film that Vance did where they've got tennis shoes on that look like they should have been in Lower Decks, and then Lower Decks came out. Is it a coincidence? I don't know.
He must have warped around the sun a few times or something.
I don't know. Oh, okay. You're talking about Dr. Todd's decision. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Kenneth Mays is our lead VFX artist, and all of us in the room here, and Kenneth Mays, and of course Martin, when he was still around, worked on the dialogue together, and I think that it came out very real, realistic, and I really appreciate what you've done there, Mark. You did a great job.
Thanks.
So more or less, this is your inauguration into the actual HarrisFilm being premiered that you're in.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's only been a year. I mean, you joined us in November last year. We started working on it. Remember? As soon as we got, when we're like, okay, well, let's develop this character. And what did we do? We started talking about this particular film and the other films that we were working with Vance on. We are. And you recently completed filming most of the things. We're going to have to do some pickup lines here and there. But you filmed a lot of that. And things are looking pretty good. It's just going to take a while to actually get edited and put together right. So.
Yeah, there's still a possibility I might go to the Trek Con this year. I'm working on trying to save up some money for that.
Oh, in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. We got one more short film that is tied into the movie that we did. It's a Constar film called Family.
Ellie, I just wanted to message you and let you know how proud your mom and I are of you. You were so excited when you got your orders for the Melbourne. You're obviously proving your worth to Starfleet. Next time you're on Earth, we're going to meet up back home for a visit. I know how much you miss Texas. You know, out here in the unknown, it can be really hard. Never lose your smile. And always keep this in your heart.
De Silva to Todd. Report.
Well, baby girl, I've got to go. I love you.
What'd you think, Mark?
You know what I liked about that little sequence? I just wrote a note to myself here. Is when he's talking to his daughter. It reminds me of, on black and white films when you see that stuff in the background and people are kind of moving it back and forth a little bit, except it's in color, and it looked.
Okay.
When the camera's moving a little bit, it made it look like very natural rather than, static sitting.
Yeah.
It was being, for its era, things have probably advanced in the future, but that type of filming from that era for that specific screen there, that looked really authentic. I like that. It gave it a real natural, authentic vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did the same thing with you on Dr. Todd. So, yeah, you appreciate that particular type of filmmaking then.
Yeah, I like that. I like
shot.
that.
Okay.
I like a lot of black and white films that are done that way, but when I just saw that in color and it's it's moving a little bit, it just makes it a little bit more realistic for its period.
Right.
I think a lot of the films that Vance filmed, a lot of the video that he filmed with was from a cell phone, like.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, the Stormfront was probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we don't have an option of moving the camera whenever we're filming because we're doing the green screen most of the time. But that can be added in post-production. It's just that I'm from the old school filmmaking way of doing business, and I prefer static shots. In fact, I've been arguing with Grok all month because Grok, I give it a photo and I say, hey, make this guy say this, or, he walks towards the camera and doesn't say anything. And it's like pulling teeth from a dinosaur. Grok wants to do what Grok wants to do. And the first thing it does when you upload a photo is it animates it. And if there's two people in it, it don't matter if they're boys and girls or boys and boys or girls and girls. It's like they get right in each other's faces like they're going to make out. What is wrong with you, Grok? Get a grip. Stop being a little adolescent and let us get down to real business and do our, I'm trying to get you to help me and cooperate with a static shot.
I hope you do a video in the future sometime of how to use this Grok. I've heard you talk about it, but I really don't know how it's used.
Yeah. Well, it's a little more complicated than just, talking about it. You'd have to actually have a lesson. So
yeah.
We might be able to do it in a StreamYard meeting that we have, but I doubt very seriously it would be ever aired. It's one of those. It's a frustrating endeavor, and I mean, I showed you some of the videos that I was doing with old photos from stuff that I filmed in the 70s, and in one case, it just assumed that one was a guy and one was a girl, but they were both guys. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then it color matched the shirt with the pants. The guy's got on a red shirt and had red pants on. Like, what is wrong with you? Everybody's wearing black pants. Everybody's wearing black boots. It's a Star Trek uniform, We're not in Space 1999 or Lost in Space, It
might be really interesting in some films that you submit to a festival is to have a bleeper rule, a bleeper
Reel.
thing with reel go with
Yeah,
that.
I do need to do a blooper reel. I've got several that if I had the time. So that brings up another point. If anybody out there listening is a volunteer that would like to work with us on editing, let me know. Especially if you're using Magix products, Magix. I'm currently using Magix Movie Studio 2025, but I am probably going to transition over to X17 Pro because it's got some AI elements that allow me to do what DaVinci calls magic mask. So it's a if there's some edges that are off on your green screen, it'll remove all that and make it a clean situation so you can do your background properly. So I may bite the bullet and spend $100 or whatever it's going to take dollars and go that route so that I can save time and effort and hopefully speed up the process. But I'm looking for a bass editor who could help us with a lot of our podcasts. And, basically I would give you a link to our StreamYards and show you how to edit in StreamYard and then, work from there. But it's volunteer. We're all volunteers. We don't get paid. We get credits on the screen, and that's it. But generally, we have fun. So, all right. I'm also looking for a bunch of Klingons, TOS era. I've got one Klingon. He needs some people to be on his ships.
What about Vulcans?
I don't have any lines for any Vulcans, and I really don't have a lot of lines for the Klingons either, but it's going to be important to look busy and menacing and all that during battles with the Orion pirates and such. That kind of thing. So, any questions? Anybody out there have any questions? Type to me. I can't read your minds.
No, it's great.
So, alrighty then. So, now that you've seen all three films that were the prequels to what Martin wrote, what do you think? How does that fit together? How do you feel like Martin's, Dr. Todd's decision works with the timeline? Did you notice that in Family he said, I know you love Texas, but yet in Dr. Todd's decision, he's on Salisbury Colony. He has a ranch on Salisbury Colony. So, is that a mistake? No. It's not a mistake. Guess what, guys? In reality, it's about a year away from Earth to Salisbury. Okay? So once you're in our sector, and you're going towards the neutral zone and all that, we're K7 and, all these worlds that we're talking about in Star Trek and TOS, they're about a year away from Earth. So if you really go back and watch the first couple of episodes of Star Trek, they actually mention in one of them, we're at the edge of the galaxy. Okay? We're heading to this purple void, and we don't know what we're going to encounter. We don't know how long we're going to be gone. But the whole mission originally was for the Enterprise to go into that void between the galaxies.
The Great Barrier?
Yes. And when they went through the purple void or purple barrier, they had the encounter with the ESP problem and all of that, right? Well, okay, mission accomplished. You're not going there again. We don't know what's going on, but we're not going back. So that's the thing is if you pay attention, TOS, even though it ran for 3 years, it seems like 4, the way that they wrote it. It's like, okay, we've already been out here a year. Now we're actually where we're supposed to be, and we're heading into the unknown, into this purple barrier. And well, never mind. We're not going to do that now. We're going to do something else. So mission is changed, and now the rest of our 5-year mission will be in this area. So it's even more clear in the novels, that James Blish wrote.
I got a question. You know that the Great Barrier, the Star Trek film where Kirk says, "What does God need with a starship?"
Oh, Star Trek V.
So this is just off. Maybe you guys know that entity or whatever that got stranded there. Was it ever said why or how or?
It was in the book. I could tell you that it was in the book, but I don't remember the details. Right?
I didn't see the book.
Yeah,
or read
it used to be the thing to do if you were a Star Trek fan, a really, really fanatical fan, is you heard the movie was coming out. Okay, the week that the movie's out, the book's also out. Grab the book, read all the details in the book because it's based on an earlier version of the script. And it'll give you details that didn't make it into the film.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with the James Blish books, okay? If you read the James Blish novelizations of Star Trek, the original series, they're not all identical to what you saw on the screen. There are different endings in several of the stories. And in fact, that tripped me up quite a bit in my literature class because I had seen the shows. I had memorized what happened in the shows. And when it came to the stories, I didn't remember the changed ending. I was speed reading. I'm like, yeah, I know what happened. Okay. And I wrote my report. And guess what? No. I got a C on something that I should have had an A+ because I did not pay attention to the details at the end of that show was different than what showed up on the screen. So it's lots of stuff though. Alrighty then. Any questions? Any comments? Did you have a good time?
I had a good time.
Excellent. That's what counts. So, it's New Year's Day coming up. And we've been also watching a bunch of stuff that the AI, Grok or whatever, has been doing. I took one of the memes from the internet and animated it. See if this looks familiar.
Cuteness of Borg. From this time forward, you will give us your yarn. I am the cuteness of Borg. From this time forward, you will give us your yarn.
I like that.
Footage we were shown has me quite interested to see how your story develops. Are you talking about Dr. Todd there, CMO? So, yeah, it's one of those things. There's AI is a tool, okay? And it depends on how you use the tool. Are you going to use the tool or are you going to let the tool use you? So, there's a bunch of guys out there, guys and gals, who are making AI music videos. And I was looking for one that was Star Trek related for the new year. And I couldn't find it, but I found this for Christmas. I forgot to show you.
Here comes Jeffrey Combs. Here comes Jeffrey Combs. Right down Jeffrey Combs.
Brought Tehran
And all
is wrong.
Oh, here we go again. To defeat the Federation, we're going to need reinforcements and new supplies of Ketracel White.
So contact Starfleet, then Jim Hadar.
Goes Jeffrey Combs. Start tonight. Here comes Jeffrey Combs. Here comes Jeffrey Combs.
Right down Jeffrey Combs.
From Deep Space Nine to Enterprise. He loves them. Just the same.
he tried out for. Number one. But lost the road to Frags. Not this time.
So let's give thanks
To the prophets
above for the great guest star he makes.
You regret this? I will take over the Federation! I will destroy you all!
So to be fair, that was a fan edit. This is something totally different. But it's Star Wars.
Well, I was talking deals in a dusty cantina, the kind of place you never take a queen. Now, dodging bounty hunters and ex-girlfriends too. Just another life day for me and my crew. Oh yeah, but then figuring Dan, the cantina band kicked in with a brand new sound and even shook that jabber right down to the ground. That bass line kicks like a tractor beam. Oh yeah, hitting hard like a Wilhelm scream. Wookiees ripping arms off, troopers starting to shout. The kind of groove you read about in Rebellion magazine. Yeah, yeah, the war is over, if you know what I mean. I feel it flowing through my soul. A cosmic rhythm takes control. It ain't the dark side, ain't the light. It's just the funk and it feels so right. Everybody now, the funk is all around you. The funk, the groove has found you. May the fun be with you and also with you. Then Vader and his troopers came walking through the door. Just as Luke and Leia hit the middle of the floor, the tension in the room got thick. You could cut it with a knife. Everybody's wondering who's gonna lose their life. Oh no, hands on their blasters, lightsabers on the scene. They're trading evil glances cause the Sith, they keep it mean. But the DJ saw the trouble and knew just what to do. He dropped a beat so heavy it shook R2-D2. That rhythm broke the tension, a funky intervention. The Sith Lord and the farm boy, the center of attention. His foot starts tapping in that big black boot, and Luke starts shaking in his flyboy suit. The only force they're using is the funk, and that's the truth. I feel it flowing through my soul. A cosmic rhythm takes control. It ain't the dark side, ain't the light. It's just the funk and it feels so right. Everybody now, the funk, it's all around you. The funk, the groove has found you. May the funk be with you and also with you. Woo!
That was, yeah, Mark Hamill has some serious dance skills, I tell you.
The only thing that disturbs me about those kind of films is that they mix all the eras together. I mean, the guy doing the Star Trek stuff's doing the same thing. You know.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw Admiral Akbar smile.
Yeah, kind of creepy.
Another year in warp-lit skies, another journey through the night. Nebulae like lanterns glow, painting heaven soft and bright. We've held the line through storms unknown, with courage tried and true. And every star that shines tonight feels warm and bright and new. From starships forged in hope and steel, to stations watching cosmic view, we found our strength, we learned to heal, and carry dreams we always knew. Here's to the dawn of a year shining new, where galaxies shimmer in radiant blue. To every captain, every crew, may all your starfleet dreams come true. With warm course steady and friendships clear, may starlight bless this hopeful year. To every world we're passing through, may all your starfleet dreams come true. We patched the hulls with titanium grace, kept shields as strong as they could be, sent whispered hope through subspace waves across infinity. Officers far from those they love still lift their heads with pride, for honor, peace, and duty's call will always be our guide. We've charted stars no maps could claim, met wonders no one ever knew, but every heart beneath the flame still beats with hope like me and you. Here's to the dawn of a year shining new, where warm trails bloom in gentle hue. To every soul who braves the view, may all your starfleet dreams come true. Let comets dance and skies stay clear, let kindness conquer doubt and fear. Across the cosmos wide and blue, may all your starfleet dreams come true. Across the void the beacons gleam, across the dark the signals flow. 1,000 ships, a single dream, still guiding where we go. Here's to the dawn of a year shining new, where every doubt gives way to view, and every path we journey through, may all your starfleet dreams come true. May peaceful hearts keep shining bright, may hope outshine the longest night. Across the stars of silver hue, may all your starfleet dreams come true. We've written letters no one heard, we've wished on distant light, we've held a promise in our chest through endless days and night. We've watched the sunrise from the hull, seen starlight melt the fear, and somehow every silent moment whispered Happy New Year. For every officer far from home, for every soul who stood the line, the universe still softly says your courage still will shine. Here's to the dawn of a bright shining year, from distant stations to ships out here, wherever destiny leads you through. May all your starfleet dreams come true. Let every bridge in gentle glow remind you what you always knew. With warm hearts
timelines gently heal. May peaceful voices light the way. May starlight guide each wandering heart into a brighter day. Let every fracture find repair. Let every shadow fade for view. For somewhere deep in every star, a brighter hope shines through. We're still the ones who chart the dark, who walk where few have gone.
Cool.
Regard tomorrow's fragile spark and carry it along. And as the universe unfolds, revealing wonders new, we raise a toast across the stars from every ship and crew. Through every storm and every calm, through every triumph we pursue, the heart of all we are remains, believe in what we do. Here's to the dawn of a bright shining year, where distant horizons feel so near, where every soul who dares the view, may all your starlit dreams come true. Let every heart, however scarred, find strength to try again anew, with warm hearts strong and futures true. May all your starlit dreams come true. Yes, all across the stars we view. May all your Starfleet dreams come true.
What's wrong with you?
Across the night, across the stars, across the hopes we carried through, wherever Starfleet journeys far, our brightest dreams come true.
Almost 7 minutes and 30 seconds long.
Wishes you a happy new year.
They had everyone but the Borg.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had a Borg ship, didn't they? It was a lot going on. So there's your answer, CMO. Who made this one? Starfleet Dreams. Okay. So, to be fair, the one we saw earlier that was Star Trek related was a fan edit. Somebody actually, human, took the time to find all of those words that Jeffrey Combs and everybody was singing, you know, Jeffrey Combs is coming or whatever it was, you know, here comes Jeffrey Combs. So, you know, that's a fan edit. What we just saw now was actual AI production, one of the better, most well done ones that I've seen recently. A lot of times when you're working with AI, it totally confuses things, and like the comm badge will move or disappear. You know, I did a thing with the Grok AI, and as the guys were walking or running, one of the uniforms, the badge moved like into the center, and then the next shot it was like down here. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? But that's the way it goes. You got to learn your tools. And so you were asking about Mark. You were asking about bloopers. Here's one from Entertaining Angels, which I'm editing.
Oh, hold on, Stephen. I've got my cat moaning.
No problem.
All right, Sparky, in you come. Do not mess around. Don't touch. Go on. Go play out. Go on. No, do not pair. I don't want to pick that up. Go. Come on. Spot. Go and get your food. Sparky.
Well, you're supposed to give him wet food.
Right, go on. Go and lie down now. Spot. No, we can't have you doing that.
Oh, really?
Go on, that's it.
What's
Go on.
Nada's cat, I think it's called.
So if you actually had the opportunity to look at some of our outtakes, you'd see a lot of cats are involved. That was our friend Christopher Lee Power. He's a paid actor in England, and he volunteered to be in our productions as the captain of Miranda, USS Miranda. You'll be seeing him soon. All right. There was another thing we were talking about with Mark in it, where we did a test for the turbo lift for one of the films we're working on. So here's that. And when you see a rough place, that's going to be cut, obviously, and edited properly. This is just some things strung together. So that right there was the actual turbo lift that Kenneth Mays put together. Now you see how it's composited, Mark?
Yep.
Okay, well, the doors would close, and then you'd see this, and then the doors open, and then you see that. You're bored, huh?
He told me to act like I was fed up.
You did a great job. Now I'm just saying. And I was looking at the background. I'm like, okay, I know where that is. Okay, if you pay attention, the background there, whenever you're coming out of the turbo lift, you see the plaque is on the right side and the turbo lift sign is on the left. Okay, that means that you're in the normal turbo lift that you would expect, like on a Constitution class. But when you see the turbo lift sign where the plaque is, you're in the other turbo lift on the other side of the room. Okay.
Okay.
Because our ship, the Miranda and the Hunley, that class of ships all have two turbo lifts on the bridge, and comms is directly behind the captain. So that's a little hint. But you see the turbo lift sign there. That Dietrich Kerner created that for us. Thank you very much, Dietrich. Got a lot of fantastic graphic artists, including Ian Burke, who also does our Daz characters. In the beginning of the film for Dr. Todd, when you saw two guys walking into corridors, that was me. That was a Commander or Captain Stahl and Captain Straker, who's also Ken Mays, our lead VFX artist. So, hey, you forgot to grab the handle, man. That's okay. Maybe it was voice command. So that's that. And sometimes we, in our meetings, we'll have we'll do a show about tech, like AV Club. We'll talk about old stuff mostly, Super 8 films, or the way things used to be back in the 70s or 80s. And sometimes we do Trek Connections, where we talk about other shows that may have a in story, kind of a connection to TOS or one of our other Trek shows that we like. Can you think of one of the shows that we've been watching that you thought might have a Trek connection there, Mark?
Well, sometimes Space 1999.
Right. And see, you notice, all right, look, you see this background I'm using here? It looks a lot like 1999. And in the window in the background, Mark Anthony Craig, our practical effects artist who lives in England, created that. And his favorite show is Space 1999. So we've incorporated that type of aesthetic into our series also. So yeah, Space 1999 is definitely a Trek connection, especially in our universe or our timeline. But there's also Yamato.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I am not a big fan of animated, or what do you call that?
Anime, yeah.
Until I started watching that, and I was really taken by the series. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
It's a little out there in some cases, you know, with the spirit being Teresa or whoever, you know. But other than that, I think it's a lot like a Star Trek prequel in a way.
Yeah, I just thought if they have those gigantic eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Bauschenlam must make a mint off of them.
Yeah, Japanese turbo-lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the features are so sharp they could cut paper.
Yeah. Well, somewhere it is turning midnight right now, and I will play this song and then do the credits, and we'll just fade out for the night. Happy New Year, everybody. Please come back and see us again soon. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. And if you have any suggestions or you want to work with us on a volunteer basis, contact me. And my Instagram is PPMRXKY. Okay? So hit pause if you can't figure that out. P as in Paul, P, M as in Mike, R as in Romeo, X as in X-ray, K as in Kilo, and Y as in Yankee. It's the only one out there. If you see PPMRXKY, it's me. All right? So, yeah, it's 2 hours to midnight in the East Coast, and it's 3 hours in the Pacific, or sorry, in the Central Time Zone. But somewhere it is now midnight. So here we are signing out. Have a good year.
A 1, 2.
False
Bruce says Happy New Year, everybody.
Good one.
All right. So for the guys in the room, you can stick around for a minute if you want after we sign off. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. And we hope that you'll come back and encourage us along the way. We do have fun doing things, but we do need encouragement periodically. And like I said, a couple more volunteers wouldn't hurt. Talk to you later, guys. Figure out where I put the video. I think I pulled the video out of here. Hold on a minute. There it is.
Transmission complete.